What up, everybody? It's your boy DFS Up North here with a Sunday Night Football showdown breakdown. The last one of the year. We got week 18. I think it's the last one of the year. I can't remember if there's a Sunday night game next week or not with the wild card round, but we actually have a game that matters. Watching the games this afternoon, it has been somewhat frustrating for everybody, I am sure, because the games don't really matter. And the ones that do, like CJ Stroud got hurt or the Jags just absolutely crushed from the beginning. So there hasn't been a lot of drama today, but this is absolutely a big one here with the Ravens trying to make the playoffs here in week 18. And we get the Steelers, right? So the 8-8 Ravens versus the 9-7 Steelers. It is the last time they met was week 14. I believe the Ravens won, if I'm not mistaken. Baltimore can capture the AFC North, the massive playoffs, the victory. There's no middle ground. It's all or nothing is what I'm seeing here on this. So we get a 41-point total. The Ravens are 3-point favorites. Okay. In Pittsburgh. So interesting. We get Lamar back. I think that's enough to sort of move the needle a little bit for these guys. But yeah, this is a pretty good offense, but an offense that's been predicated on Derrick Henry running the ball. That being said, huge for the Ravens because the Steelers are one of the worst at stopping the ball or stopping the run. So very, very interesting game. I'm trying to see what the score was last time these guys played in Baltimore. It was Pittsburgh beat Baltimore 27-22, even though Henry went for 94 yards. All right. So this is a weird game. The 41-point total makes a lot of sense to me. Just because outside of like Derrick Henry, like, yeah, you say Lamar, but dealing with a back injury, he's not running the ball like he has in years past. He's not really throwing it a ton. Like, we're gonna see some over-owned guys here. Team total 20, or captain ownership 12.95%. The Zay Flowers ownership is interesting to me at 21% here. But yeah, no DK Metcalf reminder, right? He is suspended for the last 2 games of the regular season. What else? Yeah, that's about it for big notes here. But Kenny Gainwell is kind of the guy that I like as a cheap captain option. But you know what? So does everybody else. So we're gonna have to deal with some of that ownership. The ownership of captain's not that big, but it's gonna be really high in the flex. I talked about like Aaron Rodgers is fine, right? But he doesn't do enough that you're like, man, this guy's a nuts captain play. He's a nuts MVP play. So for me, it really is going to be like Henry, Lamar, I guess. I don't love it. I will have some Zay Flowers and Kenny Gainwell. All right. Those are going to be my captain plays. Gainwell is like I said, arguably one of my favorites. I will probably be at least double the field on Gainwell just because like the passing game usage is so freaking high, right? 25 targets the last 4 weeks. Like that's wide receiver 1 usage, right? They put him out in the slot. They move him all around. So that being said, if we are looking for a leverage spot here, Jaylen Warren is going to be your guy. The ownership is only 25% in the flex, right? Like I don't love it, but again, these weird week 18 games, like I don't hate it, right? I don't hate getting on a guy like Jaylen Warren. Ownership wise, Zay Flowers is again really, really high. I guess the leverage would be, hey, are we going to, play a Devontae Walker or one of these other sort of dud receivers, right? DeAndre Hopkins. Okay. You could, like, I don't don't hate it, right? I do, where I think actually maybe the best spots are this week is going to be with the kickers. I think both these defenses are not very good, but I don't think these offenses are great either. I prefer a Chris Boswell as the home kicker here, but I think anybody is viable. Scotty Miller at 3% ownership is very intriguing to me. He played a ton of snaps last week. He had 7 targets. I think we're going to see a lot of Scotty Miller here. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, shocked that a guy that is a Packers retread is getting a ton of targets from Rodgers. The thing that actually does shock me is that Allen Lazard hasn't signed with the Steelers yet. Calvin Austin does return this week. But man, that's probably what's going to hurt Scotty Miller the most. But Calvin Austin has done nothing. Literally nothing all season for the Steelers. So I'm not that intrigued. I do think Keaton Mitchell is getting enough usage here that we can consider him, especially at 10% ownership. Keaton Mitchell sneaks into the end zone. You have 20% of them. You're cashing a lot of lineups. We talked about the kickers here. Freiermuth, 27. What's Jonnu at? 12. Again, you're just looking to swerve from the herd here. Obviously Freiermuth's a stud, but Jonnu Smith at 12%. These guys are going to be out there almost the exact same. They're going to have the exact same sort of usage. Play the guy who's under owned, right? Jonnu Smith. You can play both these defenses. Neither of them are good. Thielen is massively overpriced on both sides. Mark Andrews is way overowned in my opinion. And watch him score 2 touchdowns tonight and prove me wrong. But he just doesn't do much ever, right? Couple of catches, 40 yards, not interested. Isaiah Likely, again, also far too owned for the production. So for me, it's guys like Scotty Miller, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, DeAndre Hopkins, even guys like Rasheen Ali, especially on DraftKings. He gets a decent amount of pass game usage, definitely intrigued. If Roman Wilson is active this week at that 0.14%, that'll probably climb to 1%. The guy does nothing. He plays 9 snaps a game, but again, draft pick, they're going to put him out there and maybe throw him a ball. We can see that. Connor Hayward, interesting, their 4th string tight end / fullback, has been getting a couple of looks lately. Had a 29-yard carry last week. Could be interesting. Devontae Walker is going to play. Don't sleep on him. Tylan Wallace is likely to be active here with Rashad Bateman out. Definitely, these guys are worth putting in your MME. Trying to get back to my screen here so we can look at what the difference is over on FanDuel, because there's definitely some differences in our pricing on FanDuel this week. FanDuel. Yeah, FanDuel's got some weird pricing for this game. Right, same sort of core for your MVP over there. I obviously lean a little bit more towards QBs there, but Derrick Henry is going to be your nuts play. What's his ownership? 26%. Yeah, 50% Henry over there for me. Gainwell is more priced right. Kelvin Austin is unplayable at that price for me on FanDuel. Scotty Miller is also about unplayable at that price on FanDuel, even though I like him a bit on DraftKings. The only thing that is redeemable for Scotty Miller is that the ownership is going to be way low. Hopkins is fine. Where your value is going to be is maybe an Adam Thielen, Keaton Mitchell, but your real value, guys, is going to be down here at Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He is a free square on FanDuel. You have to play him just because of how much usage he is getting. Devontae Walker, I like at 1,200. If you're going to get funky and say, you know what, I don't think MVS does anything today, I'm going to let the 38% of the field eat that. You can play a Devontae Walker and try to get the same sort of lineup construction without him. I don't mind that. Tez Walker's a stud. He can play. And honestly, Roman Wilson could be inactive today. I think he probably is in, but he could be inactive. Ali, less likely that I play him on FanDuel just because of the pass catching, only a half point, right? Jonnu and Freiermuth are a little bit closer in ownership on FanDuel, which does make sense. But again, it's a huge price difference, right? Play Jonnu. Patty Fry, maybe he's the guy. Maybe he catches another 90-yard TD pass this week like he has in the past. But for me, I am going to always go with the under-owned guy in these showdowns because literally you are trying to predict the lottery here, right? Who does what? Like, and then not only like we predict what happens all the time, but getting the right combination or getting the right dud. So anytime we can get leverage in an ownership spot like that, I am definitely involved. So we need to watch it actives, things like that. But that's sort of my breakdown of the slate. Last one before we get to the playoffs. Peace. Have a great week, guys. We'll chat soon.